afternoon. I'm Daniel Guest, and welcome to the Imagen Golf podcast. This podcast is dedicated to help you get the swing and the game that you've always imagined. Today's episode is brought to you by Guess Who, Imagen Golf, and PXG. You can go to our site, imagengolf.com, and you can see all of our offerings, including our free drills, our free ebooks and practice plans, our videos, or to book a lesson with me in our state-of-the-art studio right outside of Philadelphia, or virtually through our partner from anywhere in the world, thegolfliveapp.com. And you can sign up for our free tips and videos that go out once a week, every week, by simply dropping us your email. Well, you know what today is? Today is For Friday. It's the first For Friday of season number 5, where we give the golfer something they can use immediately, a tip, a tool, a tactic, a strategy, you name it, that they can take to the course right now. And we do that and apply it right now without really changing anything. And we do that in 4 minutes or less starting now. So look, coming off a week of a lot of playing lessons, and the appropriate title for this week would be, Please Stop the Bumping and Running. Please, you're no good at it. All right. I know what you're thinking, right? It's a safe shot. You've done it a long time. You got trusty Rusty, your grandfather's 7-iron or whatever the heck you're using for the bump and run shot. But look, man, you're not good at it. It's safe. Does it get up there? Yeah, of course. Is it effective? Absolutely not. Is it hurting your game? It is. Is it increasing your score? It is. Look, if you're a high handicapper, and that would be anything above a 10, anything above a 9, you'd be a high handicapper, right? The bump and run is effective less than 20% of the time. Okay. Less than 20% of the time. And I got to tell you, man, I believe it, right? I see it on the golf course all the time. I see, we're 20 yards off and we hit a shot 37 yards. We're 30 yards off away from the pin and we hit a shot 22 yards, right? So it's not an effective way to score, right? So, and there's reasons for it, right? Let me go through these reasons that are really quick in 4 minutes or less, right? First of all, the poor short game performance, right, is because you can't control a bump and run like you think so. So your distance control has issues, right? These approach shots, right, are normally what causes the issues is these poor contact issues, as an example, right? Poor setup issues, right? You think, it's you're keeping the ball low to the ground, so it's a safe shot, and by and large, that's a true statement. But if you can't control how far the ball is going in the air and how far it's rolling out, you are going to have distance control issues, right? A lot of players have deceleration issues, which causes contact. They got a club in their hand. They know they normally swing that at whatever swing speed they normally swing it. But if they swing it like that in a bump and run situation, they're going to hit it 3 times longer than what they need to, given the shot. So deceleration is a common challenge, right? Chunks. And by the way, deceleration causes chunks, causes thin shots, just poor contact, right? It just isn't an effective way to get the ball up and down. And the last one is just an improper club selection. You're doing a bump and run, but you're doing it with your most lofted wedge. You're doing a bump and run with a 3-iron, right? And you're only, 18 yards off the surface, if you would. So, look, I get it. It feels comfortable. It's a safe play. You get it on the green, but you do not. Let me repeat. You do not do it with any effectiveness, and you will not score lower. So why do it then? Wouldn't you be better off learning how to, if you just, maybe you can't pitch the ball. I get that, right? Maybe one of the harder shots in the game, but you could certainly chip the ball. If you're trying to bump and run anyway, it's a form of a chip shot anyway. Why don't we just get a better chip shot mentality and a better technique for the chip shot? And here's what'll happen. You'll be better at it. You'll get it closer. And when you're closer, you'll make more putts. And when you make more putts, you lower your score. I guarantee it. So if you're saying, well, Daniel, I don't know how to chip. Well, look, it's not as hard as it may sound. Here's how I want you to do it. I want you to set up for your normal pitch shot, right? So you're 20 yards away, let's say, okay? So you set up like you're going to pitch this ball 18 yards and make it stop on a dime, okay? You're going to set up like that. And then I want you to get your feet just a little closer together, just a little bit closer together, not much. I want you to take the ball and I want you to put the ball instead of your center or a little bit forward in your stance. I want you to put it back by your back foot. So your feet are a little bit closer, your stance is a little bit more narrow, and the ball is on your back foot. And I want you to take your front foot and I want you to move it back about halfway, opening your stance. And you're saying to myself, Daniel, why would I open my stance? Well, because you're going to take a putting stroke. You're not going to take an actual golf swing. So we want that stance to be open. Get your left hip out of the way so your arms have a free run through the ball. And then address the golf ball and move your hands forward. So you have your hands slightly forward, you have the ball back, and now you have your stance open, and you're going to take a putting stroke, which is going to have the ball, your hands are way in front of the ball. You're going to strike down on the ball with a nice, crisp fashion. The ball is going to pop up with topspin, and it's going to roll to the hole. All right. And I want you to think about a 1-to-1 correlation. So if I got that same 20-yard pitch shot for a chip shot, I want it to fly at 10 yards and I want it to roll 10 yards. That's it. Don't make it any harder than that. Okay. We have a great example of that on our YouTube channel, right? YouTube/Imagen Golf. Check it out. But if you just did that, you now have at least a 50% chance to get the ball up and down if you're same double-digit handicapper instead of the 20% chance. So you improved your chances by 30 points, all right? And this is not debatable, right? So don't send me comments of like, oh, I'm a great putt, bump and run, and I don't believe. It doesn't matter what you believe, right? At 20% versus 50% is a big difference. You will score better. Point paragraph, stop the noise, drop the mic. All right. So give it a shot. I guarantee you, if you become better at just this one chip shot technique, right, you will score more, or excuse me, you will score less. Okay. Give it a shot. Drop me some comments and let me know what you think. I really appreciate you listening to the podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the follow button wherever you get your podcast and be sure to check out imagengolf.com. And you can follow us on all the social media platforms. And by the way, we got a new location opening up in Newtown, Pennsylvania. It's state of the art, 9 bays and a putt view, state of the art putting area. So that'll be open October 15th. And so come on out if you're in the local area. But here's to getting you the swing and the game that you've always imagined.